Women are the soul of creation, the heartbeat of every home, and the quiet strength behind every revolution. A woman carries storms in her heart and still walks with grace. She nurtures, she builds, she sacrifices, and yet asks for nothing in return. To speak of a woman is to talk about resilience, of love, of life itself. She is not just a part of the world, she is the force that keeps it moving. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of Rania Alayed, a woman of courage, of dignity, and of dreams. A woman who dared to step out of the shadows and claim her right to live, love, and be free. But what followed was not justice. Rania Alayed was born in Syria, a land rich in tradition, history, and the quiet strength of its people. From a young age, she was known for her intelligence and grace. She had dreams, modest, hopeful dreams of love, family, and peace. Like many young women, she believed in building a life rooted in respect and affection. And then came Ahmed al-Khatib, a man who at first glance seemed responsible and protective. He too came from Syria, but he was raised on a different doctrine, one that believed women must be silent, obedient, and confined. Where Rania dreamed of freedom, Ahmed dreamed of control. They married, and soon after, they moved to the United Kingdom. It was supposed to be a new beginning, a place where their children could grow up safely and where they could start a new life. But slowly, the cracks began to appear. The UK, with its liberal values and gender equality, opened Rania's eyes to a world she had never seen before. She saw women walking freely, making their own decisions, living without fear. And something inside her stirred. She began learning English, making friends, and imagining a life where she wasn't just someone's wife, but her own person. But this growth, this blossoming of her spirit was intolerable to Ahmed. The more she grew, the more he shrank. In his eyes, Rania's freedom was rebellion, her happiness was disrespect, and her voice was a threat. So, he began to tighten the noose, emotionally, physically, and psychologically. He controlled her clothes, her movements, her conversations. He isolated her from friends, and when that wasn't enough, he began to beat her. Still, Rania stayed, hoping he would change, fearing for her children, worrying about the stigma of divorce. But in 2012, after years of suffering, Rania found her courage. She walked away. She took her children and left him, seeking shelter and safety. It was the start of a new chapter. She joined a women's refuge, started dressing the way she wanted, smiled again, and most importantly, she started healing. She tasted freedom. But Ahmed could not stand the thought. In his twisted worldview, Rania had humiliated him. Her independence to him was a sin, and so he planned her murder with cold precision. In June 2013, under the pretext of discussing the children, he lured her to a flat in Manchester. There he ended her life by strangling her. But the cruelty didn't stop there. To make the world believe she was still alive, he put on her clothes and covered himself in a veil. CCTV cameras later captured him walking outside disguised as her. Then, with help from his brothers, he buried her body near the A19 in North Yorkshire, 80 miles away, under the cover of night. Her body was never found. For days, Rania's friends tried calling her. Social workers grew concerned. Police launched an investigation. Ahmed lied and twisted stories. But the truth, as it always does, began to surface. CCTV footage, phone records, inconsistencies in his statement all led to one conclusion. Though they didn't have her body, the evidence was undeniable. For years, Ahmed misled investigators with false statements and twisted timelines. He told friends and authorities that Rania had run away, moved abroad, or even returned to Syria. No grave, no body, no closure. Every lead led to a dead end. Police, despite their efforts, couldn't find her remains. But justice has patience. In 2014, Ahmed was convicted of Rania's murder and sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 20 years. His brothers, accused of assisting in the cover-up, were also jailed. Yet, for Rania's family, the agony continued. They had no body to bury, no goodbye to say, no truth to hold. And then, in late 2024, everything changed. After more than a decade of unanswered questions, a crucial tip reached the Greater Manchester Police. Investigators, working quietly and diligently, searched a specific area of Manchester, far from where Ahmed originally claimed he had buried her. And there, beneath the surface of a forgotten patch of land, they discovered human remains. Her story is not just about one woman, it is about the many silent voices around us. Women who endure abuse, who hide their pain behind a smile, who fight battles no one sees. Rania's death was not about honor. It was about control.